So reflection is godly. As I was reflecting this morning, I was thinking about social media and why it has such a grip on society as a whole. And I realized that we're able to create whatever it is that we want on a social media space. And in our platform, our reality can be whatever we want it to be. That's powerful. Just like reflection is godly. When you think about reflection, the power in looking in the mirror at yourself is that you see your own image. You get to see your own self. You get to see you. You can't see you with your own eyes until a mirror is held up in front of you. So the power of reflecting on what's on the inside of you is so important as well. So we have to do an introspection of ourselves. We have to do an introspection of what we're made of and what we're thinking about, and doing a self-inventory. That's called, what is that called? So I'm gonna leave you guys with that. What is that called? When you do a self-inventory, a self-check of yourself, when you do an introspection, when you reflect, there has to be an end result of your reflection. So when you look into the mirror, what are you looking for? A lot of times in the fitness world, we look at ourselves in the mirror and we're just not happy with what we see. You think God looks at us and sees that he's not happy with us as his reflection? Do you think the creator of a social media environment looks at themselves, looks at their profile page and says, hey, I don't quite like this aspect, or what it was I was talking about, or that just didn't set right with me, or hey, I didn't like the way I said that. Reflection is godly. So keep that in mind whenever you post, keep that in mind whenever you act, keep that in mind when you are out in the public, keep that in mind when you are posting something, keep that in mind when you're talking to your friends, keep that in mind when you are talking to your loved ones, keep that in mind, because you are reflecting something. So that when they hold a mirror up to you, or when they put you in front of something, you like what you see. You're pleased with what you see. You're ready to preserve what you see. You're ready to cultivate what it is that you see, even if it is a little bit slight negative. See, the best of us who are good at reflecting are the ones who can refine the things that you see. Those dark areas in your life, you can bring light to what it is that you are reflecting. Reflection is light refracted from a scientific terms. In our eyes, what we see is refractions of images, refractions of what other person creates. You gotta understand one thing. When you see something that was built, even a drawing, an image, a 3D figure that stands still in space, that is a mere reflection of an idea that somebody had at some point in their life. So reflection is godly. It's a principle. It is something that we use. We call self-reflection a tool that we use. And we can self-reflect like what I'm doing by blogging, or you can self-reflect by writing things down. You can self-reflect by journaling. Again, self-reflection and reflection, it is a part of an assessment tool of your mental health as men that we do internally, but we never vocalize or do it expressively. Some of us do, some of us don't. Some of us have vices like bodybuilding, where we do it's an inward feeling of what you want to look like outward. I want bigger shoulders, so I'm going to smash my shoulders one day. I like bigger biceps, so I'm going to hit the bicep curls a little bit harder, get a little bit extra rep, increase blood flow to the muscle tissue in that area, so that I can do some major repair in a way that it gains lean muscle mass. You can do that with any part of your body, any aesthetic. Same way you can do that inside. You can look at your thoughts and reflect on what it is you're thinking. You can do the same thing with your subconscious by reflecting on what it is that you watched. Looking at your dreams. I'm reading an amazing book called The Dream Keeper by Dr. Martin. He's one of our apostolic pastors. He's writing this book. It's phenomenal. About your dreams. About how we often, I haven't finished the book, but how our dreams get deflated by the opinions of others, by not knowing what it is that you're dreaming or paying attention to what it is that you're dreaming. In your subconscious, the way it's taught is things that are in your heart. David says to guard your hearts. So when we guard our hearts, he's talking about protecting your dreams. When he was talking to, he was writing the book and almost giving his son guidance as to how to guard himself, how to guard his subconscious mind, his heart, from the opinions of other people. In a way, Solomon, adhering to that and the customs and traditions and his lifestyle, your lifestyle is a reflection as well. So like his lifestyle, living guarded, gave Solomon in an impact to protect his wisdom by him listening to that verse that his father had said, guard your heart. He was guarding his subconscious. That's the things that we expose ourselves to. You have to reflect on what you've been exposed to, because it manifests itself sometimes in your dreams. Sometimes what you expose yourself to manifests in your dream subconscious and drowns out what it is that God is really trying to get to you as far as your dreams. So we have to reflect on the things that we expose ourselves to daily, and also take accountability for the reflection that we place upon other people, because you have a responsibility to be a reflection on someone else, and that is the most important thing. What kind of reflection are you leaving in someone's eyes? Are you showing them the light? Are you showing them the darkness? In your anger, are you still showing them the light, the love? Because even in God's anger, even in disobedience, he still clothed both Eve and Adam. Even in their disobedience, he had enough compassion to say, you know what? I don't want them to live like this for the rest of their lives. I need to give them a different option. They need something else. They can't stay here in this enclosure of abundance and eat from the tree of life and live sinfully, knowing of knowledge of good and evil, and in shame for the rest of their lives. We need to do something better. God saw that. And he did say we, us. He's talking about the Trinity. He's talking about us. He's made us in his image. And so we are a reflection of him. And he had enough compassion to realize, listen, they can't live like this. That's a very important principle that we have to keep in mind as human beings. If you believe in whatever you believe, just remember you're leaving an impression on other people. And that impression is a reflection. So see the light. My principal used to always say, see the light. Keep 10 cents in your pocket. We want to see you on Monday, not talk about you. Remember, it's okay to be a little bit crazy. Just don't do anything stupid. So think about that. I'm going to leave you with that one. I think that's a good place to end this. But remember, make real change. Make change real. The process is beautiful. Empower your mentality to make real change in this world. Hey, my name is Michael, and I love you. Peace.